Hello everybody, this is Treye Parker. I was recording a video talking to some kids and some kids on the PlayStation. I gotta tell you, man, it's really getting out of hand. It really is. I can understand if you're an adult, you're just joking around with them, but at the same time, I don't think you should do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's gotten to the point where these kids these days, they got a freaking mouth, alright? And they can't distinguish what's it like being an adult and handling things as an adult, or basically an adult in general, especially if they, go out the bounds to try to disrespect you, like literally. You know what I'm saying? These days, these new parents, like they're having kids around, 2006, 2007, and 2005, having kids around those times, and this generation is really messed up. It really is, man. I'm not pointing fingers, I'm not saying any names, but like what I'm saying is, if you're an adult that is like on any game system or any social media, or even in person talking to a kid that's really fucking disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? Just keep your cool, try to handle it, just keep handling it like an adult. But like, let me tell you this, any kids that tries to disrespect you and you try to handle it in an adultly fashion, if they ever use this crap, like, okay, you're an adult, don't act like you're butthurt about it, act like an adult. Let me tell you something, any kids that says that to you, they don't understand, and they're foolish, very foolish. And plus, it's more disrespectful to tell an adult something like that after you just disrespected them, really. Especially when an adult was asking you and trying to handle it as an adultly fashion, asking the simple question, are you serious or are you just joking around? Come on, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. Especially if the kid's like saying, so what if I am? So what? You wanna, you know what I mean? That's, you saying that to an adult, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's very, you showing a reflection of your parents. And if you're acting like that when you're a child, you know what I'm saying, it's just not right. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some kids out here that are doing it because they had like a bad past, you know what I'm saying, they're just looking for guidance, they're just looking for guidance. For example, like a kid can, for one big example here, most single parent moms, there's nothing wrong with a single parent mom, but here's the issue. A mom can do everything as far as cook, clean, feed them, clothe them, take care of them, make sure they have all their needs. But there's one thing they can't be able to do, no matter how hard they try. They cannot be a father towards a kid. They can't teach, especially a young man, how to be a man, how a man should be. Especially when a girl, your mom can teach her everything how a woman's supposed to be, you know what I'm saying. But the daughter won't fully understand unless the father is in the picture. You understand that? And the reason why I'm telling you guys this crap, because right now there's like an observation right now going on that there's most single parent moms, the kids, they're saying that the kids turned out bad. You know what I'm saying? And it honestly it's not true, but it's starting to become true. It's starting to become true. I grew up from a single parent mom at first. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a bad kid or anything like that. But my dad was still there. It was just, both parents didn't see eye to eye. A bunch of other stuff. They separated. Okay, my dad was still there. He wasn't just some fucker that just got up and just walked out. Excuse my French, but like, I'm just being honest. He didn't do any of that. He still took care of me and my brother and all that stuff. We still had, you know, my mom may have went and dated some other guys throughout the years, and, you know, she got married, you know, moved through. But what I'm saying is, women, they can't do everything. No matter how hard they try. Same thing with guys. You know, they can be a single parent dad and still can't be able to teach their daughter what it's like to be a woman because the mom is not there. Same thing with the boys too. But what's it's so darn bad that, you know, these kids are, you know, going around being disrespectful, and, you know, like I said, a lot of it has something to do with their past. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, they just need someone to actually be there. And then you got other kids that are just naturally bad, that will actually literally say some fucked up shit to an adult intentionally, and then say, well, you're an adult, don't act butthurt about it, act like an adult. That's also like disrespecting an adult too. That's the second time trying to disrespect an adult by saying that, because you're saying that they're not an adult because they got a little upset that you basically disrespected them and you're a kid. That's why I said any kid that says that to an adult after they just did what they did don't understand what it's like to be an adult and don't understand what to do as an adult or anything like that. An adult was handling it in an adult fashion. I had to delete that video. I was gonna edit it and upload it, but honestly, it can't, you know, that you can't really praise that, honestly. You just can't. And I just don't know what is going on with this new generation. I know there's some kids that I can tell that they just need someone there, and there's some kids that's just naturally just bad. You know what I'm saying? If you go around you cussing at an adult intentionally, I won't really mess with you, man. I won't talk to you. Honestly, the mom and the dad, they need to really step up and do something about that. But half the time they don't even know, actually most of the time they don't even know their kids are doing that. They don't know. You got moms out here that think their kids are all good. Come on, guys, we see it. It's a cliche thing that you see in movies and TV shows. Oh, my son is not a bad child, or any of this, but yet everybody's saying differently. You know what I'm saying? You thinking your child is good, but yet you don't know what your child is doing behind closed doors or behind your back or when you're not there. And then you got kids that are actually the way they are because what's going on in their life. They just need someone there to correct it. They need a father figure, a mother figure, or something. It doesn't matter if their parents are there. It doesn't matter if they have parents. They need somebody that's actually going to guide them as well. You know what I'm saying? A godmother, or a godfather, or a friend. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe a cousin that's older. You know what I'm saying? And really, I know a couple of kids that just need someone there. That's what I'm here for. That is what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I made this channel. That's why I got some video games set up and stuff like that. I'm really trying to entertain people, make sure their days they're having a good day in their life. You know, they're having a bad day. This is what this channel is for. You just upload a video. I mean, I'll just upload a video and you guys simply just watch and just be like, let me get my mind off something for a bit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I take the time. My subscribers can tell you this. I take the time to talk to them. Maybe not all of them at once, but I try to. If you guys look at me, maybe not the new subscribers, but like the new subscribers, I talk to them all the time. But the old ones, the old people that just subscribed to me first, I message them. I try to get in contact with them. I try to talk to them about something. Interact with them. Now that I interact with them in the videos, live streams, I try to. You guys can look at your YouTube message section, whatever. You'll see my message clearly saying, "Hi, this is Trey Parker. How are you doing? How's it going?" Pretty much messages like that. I try to, but I try to be a positive role model. I have always been a positive role model. It's just nowadays there's no more positive role models out there. There's just no more. I mean, they got positive role models on movies and, you know what I'm saying, YouTube. But the thing is about movies, you hear all this crap about the single person in the movie that you would think they're a positive role model, but you hear things about them, you find out that they're really not. They're really a bad person. We need to go for something what's real here, man. All the men to step up during Valentine's Day and take their daughters out somewhere to show them what Valentine's Day needs to be like. Show them how a man's supposed to do for a woman. All the fathers need to get up and take their sons to go do something. You know what I'm saying? None of this crap. Like you got kids that's dealing with daddy issues as far as them putting their hands on them for no freaking reason because they're angry. I'm not going to tell you who told me that. There's kids telling me certain things that I'd be like, yo, man, that's not cool. They look for someone to vent to. It's not just kids. It'd be people around my age. I have people messaging me on Twitter, Messenger, heck, even sometimes on the YouTube, telling me how their day was and everything. I know this video is long, but like I just feel like I have to say something about this, because all this stuff ties into what's going on with the younger generation. My dad was there, even though my mom was separated. But you got kids that have both parents in the house and they don't give two craps. Or they got both parents in the house, but daddy's a piece of shit. Mom is trying so hard, but daddy's treating mom really, really bad. Or it could be the other way around. Mom is treating the dad bad, treating everybody bad. Or mom is not there. Or kids, there's kids on my channel that's subscribed to me that told me that both parents are not there. They're orphans. I understand why they go around and act the way they do. They just need somebody. It's not like they intentionally trying to do it. They are frustrated. They're like, where my mom and dad at? Where are they? Why they left me? Why they have all this tension going on with them? And I'm making this video because it tears me up inside to see kids go through this stuff. It tears me up inside to see that there's kids going around disrespecting the elderly folks, disrespecting the older people that's way older than them. It really bothers me. It really does. I can understand there's kids that joke around amongst each other, they may cuss here and there, but like when there's an adult present, for all means, show some respect. Unless the adult is okay with you doing that. But still at the same time, you got to keep the balance. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why some adults would be okay with that, but then you got some that aren't. Because they look at it like, well, you're not my kid, I can't really tell you nothing to do, just don't cross that boundary. That's probably how they're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But, you got, it's too much. I'm hearing things about other students telling me from my college, even old elderly people telling me stuff about some girl wanting to beat her up because he picked up her Jordans, asking who Jordans are these, and she wanted to beat her up because he picked them up. A 14-year-old girl. Let me tell you something. There was a 14-year-old girl that tried to fight my fiance. 14. All because he stood up for the elderly woman. Saying that was straight disrespectful. You can't be doing that stuff. An elderly person. Probably old enough to actually, I don't know how old the lady was. Like, she could have been old enough to be, during the time when Martin Luther King was alive, she could have marched for us. Black people, Mexicans, Chinese. Martin Luther King wasn't just marching for just black people. It was everybody. I'm bringing that in because we should all just need to just come together and do something, you know, to stop this crap. Cause like, it's going too far. It really is. All this stuff is going too far with the younger generation. And you can blame the parents, you can, or sometimes, you know, you see mom, it can be a mom that does everything she could. Take care of the child, teach her right and wrong, but like at the same time, daddy's not there. You can't really blame mom, she's trying. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on the situation. But like I said, if you're an adult and you have a kid that just straight up disrespect you, and you know what I'm saying, you trying to make sure, you know what I'm saying, if, for example, like let's say you walk in the room and the kid, you know, say some real effed up crap, and you trying to make sure the kid is saying that to you or he's saying that to another kid. But even so, even if he said it to another kid, you still tell the kid like, yo, man, you can't say something like that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show each other some respect. You don't have to. You can just be like, I'm not trying to be a daddy kid, but like what I'm saying is, you know, you gotta show some respect. That's how life is. Respect. You got people that disrespect others, and the people that disrespect others don't really make it far in life. They really don't. All they do is have people hate them. You cannot have a job if you constantly disrespect others. And I just have to say that because I tell my own kids this crap. I tell them the same things. You know, even though one of them may not want to hear it because, I don't know, she's just the way she is. And then later on she understands. What she sees for herself. That's how some kids are. You have to see it. And honestly, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, man. I mean, I seen kids that are bullies, bully other kids just for the hell of it because of what the hell they're going through at home. Straight disrespectful too. You know what I mean? And this crap gotta stop, man. I just don't know. I don't even know how to do it. I don't know if, you know, should I just like keep making videos, you know? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand it. How the heck, I mean, don't get me wrong, there were some kids back in my mom and dad's age that were disrespectful, but not this darn bad. Not this bad. It's gotten to the point where these kids, they know, you know, back in the day, if a kid tried to disrespect an adult and was like brutal with it. And back in those days, when there's like kids that's exactly like that, I mean, you get the taste smacked out of you, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You don't go around disrespecting folks like that. You know what I mean? This is crazy. It's like nowadays kids are more bold to say the most disrespectful crap because they know if you do anything or say anything as far as like, you know, trying to deal with them, like, yo, you can't be, you know, even if you're trying to handle it in an adultly fashion, they will go to beyonds and try to fight you just so they can get you to hit them, so they can say, yo, this dude hit me, you go to jail. No, it's self-defense. They need to change that crap. Because I've seen kids literally put their hands on their freaking teacher in class when the teacher is trying to stop them from doing something they ain't got no business doing. Like, let's say having sex in class. I seen it, which is crazy. Or trying to light up a joint in class. Or my personal favorite, having a fight in class and the teacher is trying to stop it, and one kid decided to go to beyond and try to fight the teacher. Oh boy, it's getting crazy. It's getting real crazy. You got kids that's going so far to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm mostly, and what's so crazy is the schools that are happening in is not really in, the black neighborhood schools. Yeah, there's some bad kids there too, but it's like in these schools where it's like a whole bunch of white kids, or it could be at a school where it's like all of them. It could be predominantly black. It could be every nationality school. It could be a whole bunch of white kids. It's everywhere. It's all nationalities of young kids. It's everywhere, and it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that it's something major. They got this CPS thing going on. There's even CPS taking kids from people that didn't even do anything wrong, because you got people like my personal favorite. You got to be keep in mind of this. You got people that are a certain way with people. If they see you go off on your child, they will immediately call CPS. If you go off on your child, why would you do that? That's not right. You don't ever freaking do something like that. You do not ever say something like that to an adult ever again. You understand that? You got some people that will literally call a CPS because you're going off on your child. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it. Meaning, as a child, my mom got called on before because of a person, witnessed my mom going off on me. My mom wasn't cussing. She was going off on me because I did something bad at school. You want to know what I did You want to know what I did bad at school? I didn't do my homework. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was a kid, for 2 weeks, I did not do my homework. I'm going to tell you why I didn't. Because I was so sad that my mom and my dad were separated. And parents, they don't even know that what's going on with them in their life, it affects their kids. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't do my homework. Even though my mom was right, she was going off of me and everything else, she didn't know. She didn't know. She wasn't keeping that in consideration. And I know I said I was going to end this video. I don't know. Look, that's the reason why. A lot of things, you wonder why your kids do certain things at school, why they're not focusing. A parent should try to sit down and try to understand their kids now before it's too late. Because you don't want your kids to grow up to the point where they feel like they can't come and talk to you about anything. By then, it's already too late. There's nothing you can ever do to try to help the situation. And if you're a kid and there's something wrong with you, you need to sit down with your parents and try to talk to them about it. Tell them how you feel. But at the same time, if your parents are not understanding, because that's a problem right nowadays. That's why kids don't ever talk to their parents. They go to someone else to talk to. Their parents are not understanding. They jump the gun immediately when something is going on. When their kids try to talk to them about something, they jump the gun. Quit jumping the gun and sit down and listen to your kids. Listen to what they're saying about how they're feeling. Quit all this crap about, getting upset for something that your child said about how he feels about a certain situation. Your child is not coming to you disrespectfully. He's telling you how he feels. And you got some parents that get upset about that. You got parents that get upset because their child is speaking their mind of how they're feeling. And the child is not being disrespectful at all. It can understand if the child was being disrespectful, but you just correct them. I'm just saying, just listen. That's the main problem. parents are not listening to their kids. They don't sit down and actually talk to their kids. They spend time with their kids, but they don't actually talk to their kids. There's a difference. There's a big difference. You got parents that actually go throughout their day, come home after work, spend time with their kids, or they just be in the room and let their kids do whatever in the living room or whatever. You know, it can't be like that. You can spend time with your kids, but you need to sit down and actually talk to your kids. You know what I'm saying? You got kids that end up having a stepdad, right? And their dad is nothing like the stepdad. The stepdad is 10 times better than the real dad, than their real father. But yet, the kids are not leaning towards the stepdad because the stepdad's doing all the stuff that the real dad, he's doing all the stuff that a dad's supposed to do. Take care of the kids, feed them, clothe them, spend time with their kids, and actually sit down and talk to their kids. But yet, their kids are not really trying to, lean towards that because they want their real dads to do that. And really, that's how it starts. They want their real dads to do that. If their dad's not doing that stuff, their dad ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Their dad's not doing that. That's why if you're a stepdad and you're dealing with something like that, that is why, because they want their dad to do that. It's nothing against you. They love you. It's just they want their dad to do it. But yet their dad's not doing it. That's why kids are acting the way they're acting when the stepdad comes involved. You know what I'm saying? And they see all this stuff. Unless the stepdad is bad. If the stepdad's bad, I can understand. The stepdad is a piece of trash. All right? But if the stepdad is a good dad, doing everything he's supposed to do, trying to teach the kids right and wrong, and teach the boys, if you have boys, trying to teach the boys what it's like to be a man. You know what I'm saying? That's a good dad. It's just that the kids just want their real fathers to do the same. But, they won't really stop doing that until they reach a certain age, and then they're going to start leaning towards a stepdad. Because now they see who the real dad is. That's why there's a saying. He may be your father, but he damn sure was not your daddy. She may be your mother, but she damn sure was not your mama. I'm not saying this to, they will always be your father and your mom, but like when you got like a stepdad or stepmom that's doing stuff that your mom or dad should be doing, you should give them the highest praise because, give them a round of applause because that's technically your daddy and your mama. You know what I'm saying? I have to throw that in there also because you got some kids that be the way they be because of the situation between their mom and dad, and there's a new guy coming involved, a new woman involved, you know what I'm saying? And doing stuff that their dad and their mom is not doing. And they act out because of it. Frustration. Alright, I'm finna end this video, guys. So this is Trey Parker over and now. I just have to say that because I'm just tired of all this stuff that's going on. I'm not tired of my subscribers coming to me venting about what's going on with them and how they feel. I'm not tired of that. I want you guys to keep constantly coming to me and talk to me about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help. You know what I'm saying? But god dang it, it hurts me inside to see that there's kids going through all this stuff. Kids that's so darn disrespectful and taking the initiative to actually try to either fight an adult over some real petty stuff that they're causing and the adult's trying to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Or just trying to be disrespectful just for the heck of it. You know what I'm saying? It just gotta stop. It just gotta stop. This is Trey Park over and out.